Hey guys, it is Krista from Litter to Glitter in Garland, Texas. And my shop is inside of the Plaza Garland in Suite N108. I am a premier elite retailer, which means I will be carrying silk. So what are we doing tonight? What fun are we going to paint with Krista tonight? So tonight what I'm doing is, you may notice that the piece right there is two different colors. So, and I did this for a reason. I'm going to show you guys the Dixie Belle Sapphire Pearl Glaze. Hi, Christy. And I wanted to show y'all the difference in them. So I'm pulling up my laptop so I can see comments. So tell me where you guys are watching from and if you're working on something or all that good stuff. So here on the outside, I've already done the Sapphire Pearl Glaze over this. So this is what it was painted to begin with, and I wanted it a little bit more blue. So I went over it with the Sapphire Pearl Glaze, and this is not completely dry yet. It's only been sitting just a few minutes, but you can see. And since this, I wanted it a little chunky, I want to make sure that, hey, Jill's on. Man, everyone's from Michigan, Alabama. So if you are a retailer, please drop your link in so people can find you. And okay, so back to this. Wanted it a little bit shinier than the chunky. And to show you guys, this is the hardware that came on it. And so right there. Can y'all see that well? And so I'm going to be applying Sapphire Pearl Glaze to the drawers and the sides, and I've already done the top because last week I moved my camera around and it was just a mess, and I don't want you guys to have to go through that with me again. So glazes, Dixie Belle has come out with so many new items, and I'm loving them, but people sometimes forget the great products that Dixie Belle already has. And so I wanted to show you guys the Sapphire Pearl Glaze. It's not one that a lot of people even know about. And I'm using a Dixie Belle Premium Chip Brush. If you want it a little bit streakier, you can use a regular chip brush. But I am really making sure that I get into those details and putting a lot into those grooves because that's where I really want it to shine. So have you guys used any of the Dixie Belle glazes, and what's your favorite? That's what I'd like to know because they have some beautiful ones. I love the gold shimmer. The Hi-Ho silver is beautiful. So sometimes instead of using a gilding wax or the mousse, the glaze might be. Now you can put this on and wipe it back. For this piece, I'm just kind of chunky going over, and I'm not going to wipe it back because I want the full power of this glaze over the paint on this one. Making sure I get my sides, get my top. Come on, right there. There you go. Make sure you get your corners. And I always do this to myself. There you go. Go back in a little bit. Thank you. Do y'all talk to your furniture? Because I talk to mine. Donna, you don't have to wipe the glaze back, but you can. If you want less glaze, you can wipe back. Like I said, I want this real chunky. And I want it to be really, really glazed. So, kind of like my donuts. I want them really, really glazed. So I'm putting it on chunky, and I am, spreading it out with my brush. It's not taking a lot. And when you're going over it, make sure you've got a really good light, because with my ring light, I can see exactly how much is going where. And I know what my end result is going to be when it sets up. And I know I'm not missing anywhere because I've got a great light on it. Let me see. Let's see here. The paint on it was, well, I'll show you guys on the side so you can see better. It's a graining tool. And so it was blue, like a bluish gray, and then gray over top of it. So I picked this piece up. I have to give a good shout out to the Habitat store in Garland, Texas, because this is where I picked this piece up. And I got their address. I wanted to make sure I gave them a shout out tonight. And I don't know what I did with their card. But it is on at the corner of Broadway and Centerville here in Garland, Texas. And it's the Habitat store. And I picked up this little piece there. And it is beautiful. They have so many pieces, really great pieces you can go in and pick up. Really, really nice. And of course, all the proceeds go to charity. So that's a great place that I like to, maybe shouldn't have said that, because now everyone in Texas is going to be going there and buying up all the furniture that I buy up. So, sorry. Yep. It'd be nice if I dumped my brush, huh? And so the reason that I'm going like this is that I put a lot on it there, and I want to make sure that I get good coverage. And then I'm going back over, and my grain is going this way, so I want my to go that way. And voila. Let's see here. Dana's used them on several. California's in the house. Sorry, Jill. Now she said she wants donuts. Yeah, the sheen is absolutely amazing. The glaze dries fairly quickly. It doesn't have the curing time that like the paint or a top coat does. And you don't have to top coat over top of the glazes. So that's kind of nice. And one of the reasons I'm doing an all over glaze on this is, one, I wanted to change the color, and two, I don't have to top coat over it. So, and as you can see, I'll show you the top on this is, let's see here, should be, yep, it's dry. So the outside is now dry. I did not finish this drawer, I should say, before I moved to the side to show you guys. So let me get that knocked out, because I can see that it is not right, not the way I want it. So again, I'm making sure that I'm hitting, because for some reason, I always forget the top or the sides of my drawers. And then when I'm done, it's like, man, I gotta go do that again. I've already done that once. Why do I gotta do it again? Because I missed it the first time. So this is what appears, what it's gonna look like when it's completely dry. And then, but you can see where it's wet here. And then I've already done the front, and I'll move over to this side really quick. And I've done the top here already in the glaze, and you can see how it's changed the color. So, but they do have the whitewash, the hi-ho silver, there's a gold shimmer, there's a whole bunch of them, and they are wonderful. It's one of those little things that not many people look for in the line, and those people who know that's there and they use them, they swear by them. Some people just kind of overlook it. There's a lot of products in the line that people kind of overlook because they haven't heard about them. So that's why we're talking glaze. Glaze is also really good when you use the Dixie Dirt. That's a great product to use with your glazes, Dixie Dirt. I know a lot of people use glazes with their dirt, or they'll use the Easy Peasy spray wax. Get that there because I got a line across the bottom where I did that. And I don't want that. I want that feathered in. And then get you guys down here so y'all can see me glaze the bottom down here. So what are you guys working on? What are y'all working on for Christmas? I know that the elf shop here has been in high gear this week, finishing up custom pieces for people for Christmas. And I know I'm not the only one. So would love to know what you guys are working on. I actually am kind of shoved up in the corner in my shop right now because I've got pieces that I have promised would not be on camera until I would take pictures and post them after Christmas, but I can't show on camera, and they're kind of all right there. So I'm kind of stuck over here in this little corner. There we go. That's it. So like I said, you can brush on and wipe back if you want less. Also, another technique, which I'm not going to do on this one, because I don't want it on this one, but another technique is that you can take your paintbrush and you can stipple it on, and it almost gives it a like a starry effect is what it does. It gives it a really pretty, yeah, it's like a star effect. I guess that's the way you say it. And so that is a beautiful technique as well. I'm just checking to make sure everything's where I want it. Yep. I want more. Okay, since the top has dried, I want more in these creases here. So I'm gonna go back and put more and get it into those creases. That's what, oh, there we go. Wasn't enough in that crease because I really want that crease to kind of pop. So did you guys see the difference in that? Yep, that crease. And this is something that you can do in layers as well. You don't have to, you can always do a thin layer, and if you don't like it, you can always add more. Get that feathered down. And that's the way that I do the glaze is I'll add a coat, and then if there's an area that I want more, you just go back. And I'm just feathering it down into the rest of it to make sure that I don't get one big blob. Let's see here. I love my furniture dollies. It's so easy to roll this stuff around so that you guys can see what's going on. There you go. Get a little spot right there, down the side, down that side. That corner doesn't look right. So we go back and see here. Yeah, I love the layering the colors and stuff. Ooh, Dana, that sounds nice. Dana says that she used the Hi-Ho Silver Glaze on a tabletop with a stencil and made it look like lace on the top. I bet that was gorgeous. I have seen that. Glazes are perfect for doing stencils as well. Yes, I am teasing you. I can't show you. I will take pictures. No, I will take pictures and I will send them to you, but I can't show them on video. One gentleman came to me and he said to me, he put in his order, and he said, you can't use any of this on any of your videos. And I was like, well, why not? And he says, because my wife watches you, that's why I'm here. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, not allowed to. This month has been really hard for me to do videos for you guys because I've had to pick up other projects that didn't wasn't going out for custom because we had so many custom pieces. But I am not complaining. You never complain about work. Because, well, unless you don't have it. And we've been blessed, even with COVID, that we have been blessed that we've had work. So, very happy about that. Let's see here. Yeah, Dana, if you have a picture, please, after the video, tag it in the feed, because I would love to see that as well. So, Pam Dudley, we have Dusty Blue, Mason-Dixon Gray, Gravel Road. I used a little bit of Pine Cone, and believe it or not, a little bit of fluff. And then some Yankee Blue as well. And now the Sapphire Pearl Glaze in Hi-Ho Silver. So, yeah, I am loving the way that this is turning out. So, you can see it was a little bit darker than I wanted it to be, and I wanted to kind of lighten it up and brighten it up. And so that's why the glaze came to mind, was the Sapphire Pearl Glaze looks amazing over top of this. I love the way it's down in the crevices here. Let me see if I can bring you guys in so y'all could really see. I might have to turn my ring light off because is that too dark for you guys, or can you guys see it? You can see the difference. It's still, you can see here where it's still a little wet. And one of the things I do like about it is that when it goes on, it's a little bit more pearl and a little bit of a bluer, and then it dries differently. But you can definitely see it when it goes on, and you can tell where it's at. I like having a light off to the side just to make sure. Is it too dark? Somebody said it's too dark. Let me see if I can get my ring light to play nice with me. Let me see. Nope. Oh, okay. A couple people said it was too dark, so I turned my light back on. And so now that we've got the Sapphire Pearl Glaze on this, I'm going to very gently, because it is still wet, I'm not gonna completely screw these down, but I just want to show you guys what the hardware is gonna look like on it. So I'm just gonna lightly put this back in there. There we go. And so there you go, guys. You can now, that's what the hardware is going to look like. Softened it up, made it a little bit brighter with the Sapphire Pearl Glaze. You don't have to clear coat over top of it. And I have got to plan bigger projects. So we've only been on 19 minutes. I can't believe it. So this is also a good way if you've got a couple of, there's like a little nick right here that got into it. And there's another nick. Well, now I can't see it. Because I was going to say the Sapphire Pearl, since it was very close to it and it gave it that shimmer, the Sapphire Pearl Glaze, since I didn't wipe it back, was thicker. And somebody said that they're going with the burlap and muscadine wine, thinking about doing a gold glaze to go with it. Penny, that would be absolutely gorgeous. I really do. I think that you're on with something there. The burlap and the muscadine wine and the gold glaze. I think that would be gorgeous. Are you going to, now, Penny, if you can get back to me real quick. if you're gonna blend them, or is one gonna be an accent color? Are you gonna two-tone it? What are you gonna do? So, because I would love to know. I think that sounds great. But the Sapphire Pearl covered up some of the little nicks that got into my paint. And as it darkens, as it dries, I'm putting some more on the bottom. Sorry, guys. And because it did not get into, again, those crevices, the creases, the way that I wanted it. And, ooh. So when it covered and it dried, it actually covered a couple of the nicks and just makes it look like a piece of worn wood, which is how we painted it to begin with. So, let's see here, down here in this crease, I want more in this crease. So I am going heavy on that crease. And then, since I pushed it, smushed it down in that crease, and then feather it back. You guys see where it's wet? How it's different than when it's dry? Hopefully with the ring light the camera picks it up. And I think this side does need a little bit more. There's some spots on here that really isn't looking the way I want it to look. So we're gonna go over this side again. And that's the thing, guys, don't be afraid to give your pieces a little bit of time. You would not believe how ugly, and there's no other word for me to use besides ugly, how ugly some of the most beautiful pieces that I've ever painted start off as an ugly duckling, and as things come together at the very end, you're just like, wow, okay, at some point on every piece of furniture, I kind of get like, that's not working, and then boom, it's working. So just give it some time, let the product do its work. Don't be afraid. To me, less is more. I would rather do another layer than go too far and then have to, sand off and start over again. So to me, I'm very much about multiple thin layers. It's one of the things that I tell people in classes that I do in my classes is, multiple thin layers for me is best. And you just got to give the product time to work and show you what it's going to do. There we go. So, as you can see how it, and let's move over to the other side because that side should be dry by now. So this is the side that we did before, and you can see how it changed with the glaze, especially up here after I added more to the top. Shimmery goodness, yes, yes, yes. So I used to like transform vintage furniture by painting them. Painting is magical and it all becomes new, just like that. Love your program. Make do and men produce surroundings. Oh, Joyce is from Spain. Penny, so you're scared to blend. I'm not that good yet, but I'm going to try on a nightstand before I do my chest of drawers. I whitewash and dry brush a lot. Okay, Penny, this is what I do. And you're going to think, no way, she's been painting for how long and she does this? Yes, I do. I have a practice piece that I keep in my shop. Actually, it's in the garage at my house. And anytime I learn a new technique or I'm trying out a new product, it goes on that piece. That piece of furniture, and I picked it up at a yard sale for like literally 50 cents. All right, it was a please take it or I'm just going to put it on the curb and you can come back later and pick it up for free. And one of those. And I try new products on it, and I tried new techniques on it all the time. And so I would recommend that you get yourself a practice board or find a piece of furniture that you just don't really mind if it's yay or nay. And so get yourself a piece of practice furniture, because that's what I do. I have a piece of practice furniture. It must have 100 products on it by now and probably 30, 40 layers of paint. It's been every color of Dixie Belle. It's had all of the moonshine metallics. It's had the old gilding wax. The new gilding wax came up in my shop yesterday, so I haven't played with the new gilding wax yet, because it got here at closing time yesterday, and I've been working on customs all day today. So definitely try getting yourself a practice piece, and definitely do that. And yeah, Gary, you're right. Like I say all the time, it's just paint. You can always paint over it. So that's one of the great things about that as well, is that if you don't like it, you can always paint over it. It's not the end of the world. You're not gonna, something's not gonna fall out of the sky. And Penny says, okay, that's a good idea. I have some in my she shop. Very good. Just find you a piece that you doesn't matter. And one of those pieces that you're probably going, hey, I'll strip this down and use it for parts or something, and go from there. Just get yourself a practice board or a practice piece of furniture and go from there. So guys, I don't have our schedule for January, but I will be back in January with you guys. Every Tuesday night I am on my business page at Litter to Glitter, and we do a series called Painting with Whiskey and Women, and loving that. And also every other Monday we do videos in Spanish on Dixie Belle Espanol. So my husband and I. So if you prefer to have your content, your tutorials in Spanish, please go over to the Dixie Belle Espanol page and follow us there. We have several other people that are starting to do videos for us as well. So guys, I will see you back very, very soon. Please follow me on my Litter to Glitter. What's your page and time? Penny, it's Litter to Glitter, Litter, the number 2, Glitter. And it is Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock Texas time. That's 7 Central, or 7 Eastern, 6 o'clock Texas time. So, and my information is up in the information box on this video. So please find your local retailers, guys. And if you don't have one, please come see me. I love you too, Christy. Please come contact me. I'll be happy to help you any way that I can with new products that are coming out. Silk is coming out. Love the silk screens that they're coming out. They're beautiful. So, and I'm absolutely waiting and chomping at the bit for some of the other stuff that Dixie Belle is coming out with for us in the future. So we will see you guys very, very soon. Much love to you guys, and Merry Christmas, you guys. I hope that you enjoy it the best way 2020 will allow us. That's all I can say. So much love. Bye, guys.